Good day everyone, my name is Maxim. Thank you much for joining me for this episode. And today we're going to learn the handstand. However, today we're not going to learn anything fancy. No one-arm handstands, no press-to handstands, nothing. I assume that you don't know how to do handstands, you have never tried, you're scared, or you have very limited experience. That is why we take it easy today. We will start learning imperfect handstands. Why imperfect? Because no one has ever learned any new skills with the proper form, not even walking, if you remember yourself. Trust me, as a 5-year-old kid, you go to the gymnastics club for the first time and they will give you tons of exercises. They will put you up against the wall, not to shoot, not everyone, so that you can get used to that idea of being upside down. And once you've become used to that idea, you start refining the form. Why is it difficult to learn the perfect handstands from the very beginning? Well, it's because those positions are highly unfamiliar for your brain. Your brain is confused when you put it upside down. For the brain, the world becomes mirrored. It's a wonderland. Left becomes right, right becomes left, up, down, and so on. The brain temporarily doesn't know how to coordinate all those muscles of your body. The brain panics, over-engaging that muscle, and if on top of that confusion, you will demand from the brain a perfect form, chest in, open shoulders, and etc., the brain will give up. The brain might over-engage that or another muscle, you might hurt it, you might pull it, and you will get discouraged and stop doing handstands, and etc. But it's actually, trust me, a lot of fun to do the handstands when you know how to. That is exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to pay attention to a very simple handstand, imperfect by current standards, because if you look at the Olympics in 40s or 50s, the banana handstands or whatever handstands was absolutely acceptable. All Olympians would perform that in perfect handstands. And as the time passed, we kind of evolved. We realized that it can be straighter, etc. But you know, by those standards, this imperfect, by today's standards, handstands is quite good. Once you've learned that, we will start refining that handstands and we will go for them from there. The most important task we have while starting to learn handstands is not to hurt the body. This is the most important thing. If you do the handstands and nothing hurts, you can handle it, you're doing it right. Can it be done better? Absolutely. But this is the topic of the next video. Today, let's get used to the imperfect handstands to make it perfect. In the first exercise, simple. The first condition we need to make sure we're comfortable with is the lock in the elbows while carrying the body weight on it. The exercise is super simple. You go down on the floor, turn the wrist out so that you spare it. If it's here, it might get overloaded. Just wrist out here, lock the elbows, and the second task you will have is to relax. You don't have to think about, oh, where are my pelvis? Should I put it here or there? Just find a comfortable position. No need to lean forward, just comfortable. Lock the elbows, look straight ahead. You can arch, you can drop the butt, it does not matter. And you just hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and get yourself comfortable up to 1 minute of that hold. If you still find yourself holding your breath or squeezing the glutes, or don't just relax. Keep the body tall, relax, elbows locked. This is the main task, to keep the elbows locked and hold this position. Once you can handle this position up to 1 minute, being able to talk to people, to drink coffee, tea, then you're fine to move on. Once you got relatively comfortable with the elbows locked, carrying your body weight, now it's time for the second one. For the second one, we will need the wall. Any wall will do. Get down 5-10 centimeters away from the wall. Turn the wrists out like this. Place the hands wider a little bit. And now we're going to go into the handstands. We're going to go up against the wall and place the body on the wall completely, fusing with the walls, trying to keep the elbows locked. And just survive there for 1 minute. So go up, any way will do, the ugliest way will do. Lean into the wall, head on the wall, neck, everything. Lock the elbows and just try to survive. Breathe normally. Ideally, you should be able to relax the arms while keeping the elbows moderately locked. I know that it sounds counterintuitive how you can relax the arms, but trust me, the forearms, tense biceps, triceps, they do nothing here.
You just need a moderate engagement of the triceps to keep the lock in the elbows, and that's it. And the rest of the body should stay relatively calm and relaxed, including the torso. So don't try to squeeze the core or push the lower back against the wall or toes pointed, nothing of this kind. You have to be comfortable holding the elbows locked while in this position for 1 minute. Or it can be start with 30 seconds and try to work your way up to 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, and 1 minute, and down.
No rush to stand up, because after the first attempt, the blood will rush to the head. You will feel dizzy. You'll try not to faint. Have some water. Breathe normally. Have time to recover. 3-5 minutes would do, and repeat. Again, the most important point of this exercise is to get used to that awkward upside down position. Let the brain become absolutely comfortable that way, so the brain can start feeling the body a little bit better. Because right now you're focusing on survival. It's uncomfortable, you cannot breathe, you hold the breath. Don't hold the breath, just relax, making sure that elbows are staying locked and you're fully in control of this position. No big deal after 1 minute. Give it a couple of days, 2-3 days of this practice. You can practice it twice a day, 2 sets, up to 60 seconds each. And after 3 days, you can start focusing on the other drill. But before, do not do any other drills. Focus only on this one. Let's continue with the next drill. But before, could you please, guys, push the button subscribe? It would be great help for me, great support and great motivation to keep producing videos to help you with your journey. Comment, share, tell your friends. Thank you very much. Let's continue. You became comfortable with that position? Fantastic. Let's build on it. We're going to do exactly the same drills, but this time you're going to press the shoulders up. That's it. No need to overthink, no need to think how up it's back or here, just up. Any way you feel comfortable, just elevate the shoulders. Well, technically you're not elevating the shoulders, spine goes up a little bit relative to the shoulders, but it doesn't matter. Try to press the floor away while in that position, and again, up to 1 minute.
Same setup, wrist away, go up, fuse with the wall, elbows locked, shoulders pressed. And that's it. Same approach, try to relax, keep shrugging a little bit, try not to hold your breath, breathe normally, relax the arms, but keep the lock. No need to crunch, torso tall, no need to point, just any way you can do to keep 2 conditions in place all the time. Elbows locked, shoulders pressed out. Up to 1 minute, after 1 minute, yes, 2 sets. 1, 2, 3, 1 minute, and down.
Again, no rush to stand up, it's quite demanding. The blood will rush to the head, you might feel dizzy. Rest 3-5 minutes, repeat. Just like with the previous one, focus on this for the next 2-3 days. Get used to this. For the first time, you will feel a lot of tension in the shoulders, especially in the traps. No need to do any exercises to reinforce the traps. That's exactly what we're doing. We're doing the exercises for the traps only while upside down. No need to go and do the shrugs, just nothing. Focus on this. Don't do even the previous one. Elbows locked, pressed, relax, breathe normally. 2 sets, 60 seconds each. Great, 6 days have passed. Now we can move on. This time we're doing exactly the same again, only with wrist forward. Now, instead of turning the wrists away, we're just keeping the index finger at 12 o'clock and moderately wide. And this time we will get slightly closer to the wall in order not to overstretch the forearms. So if you feel some discomfort in the forearms while in that handstand position, try to get a tiny bit closer, but not too close. Looks like this. Fingers are facing the wall. Same idea. Relax. Any way to enter will suffice. Elbows locked. Great. No need to press yet, just elbows locked with the wrist like this. You will feel quite a bit of a stretch in the forearms, and that might feel uncomfortable to keep the elbows locked while in this position. But anyway you try, and just stay there up to 1 minute and go down. Again, no rush to stand up. That's it for the next 2-3 days. focus on this movement. Fingers are facing forward, elbows locked. Get comfortable with this position. Next one, exactly the same. You might have guessed it already. Fingers pointed towards the wall, elbows locked. This time you're shrugging a little bit more to elevate the body. And again, 2 sets, 60 seconds each. And enter, lean against the body, lean against the wall, elbows locked, shrug, and try to stay calm, relaxed, arms relaxed, torso relaxed. No need to point the toes hard. Just try to keep as much of the body on the wall as possible. Maintain the shrug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At this point, you might feel less stretch, less discomfort in the forearms, which is great. And just stay here for 30 to 60 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and down. Great. No rush to stand up again. Give it 2-3 minute rest. Repeat 2 sets. Do that again every day for the next 3 days. Don't do anything yet. No need to do any wrist exercises. If you feel uncomfortable with the wrists during this exercise, try to get closer or try to place the fingers a little bit further out, but just a little bit. Next one, we will continue having fun with exactly the same position, but this time we will try to take the body off the wall by exclusively using the shoulders to press the arms behind the ears. Just slightly, no need to go a lot off the wall. 1-2 centimeters will do. Arch back, not arch back, we don't care. Just get yourself off the wall using only the strength of the shoulders while maintaining those 2 conditions we've learned. Elbows locked, shoulders pressing. It looks like this. Get there, elbows locked, shoulders pressing. Keep the body whatever, and now focus on bringing the elbows behind the ears while maintaining the shoulder shrug. 1 and 2. No need to push as far as you can. It's counterproductive. It will scare you off. Don't, just a little bit. 1, 2, 1, 2, and hold for 30 seconds or even 60 seconds. Elbows locked, shoulders elevated. 1, 2, 3. Keeping the feet at all time on the wall. No need to suck the chest in, no need to tense the core, just keep it relaxed. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 60. No rush to stand up, it's quite demanding exercise. You might find that it's extremely difficult to take the body even by an inch off the wall. That's fine. Even if the body doesn't go off the wall, that's fine. Give it attempts, will do. Attempts when you try to produce the movement, you tense the muscles, but nothing happens. That's absolutely fine. In a couple of days it will happen. You will start noticing some takeoff of the wall. That's absolutely fine. You keep working with this exercise for a bit longer and give it maybe 5 days. Try it again twice a day, only this exercise. No need to incorporate any other even previous exercises. Just get used to this exercise. Once you can handle this exercise for 2 sets, 10-15 reps, 30-second hold after each set, then you're good to move on. Next drill is going to be tricky. Now for the handstands, we need good work of the forearms. But before the good work, we need good understanding what the forearms and the hands are doing with the handstands. Just like with the standing, when you stand tall, you have the only lever in your feet to stop the body from collapsing forward, your toes. If I lean forward, I engage the toes rigid. Toes are rigid, I can hold myself here. If I let them go, I will fall forward. That is exactly what's happening during the handstands with your fingers. Now our goal is to get better understanding of the finger press, and we're going to do exactly that with this drill. You go down, you take the plank position, no need to tuck the chest in, whatever, to stay relaxed, but let's provide those 2 conditions. Elbows are locked, shoulders pressed out. From here, with the feet, you gently encouraging the body to collapse over the shoulders. Once you feel good stretch in the forearms, with the action on the fingertips, you're pushing the body back, sliding back. 1, and return. 2, and return. 3, and done. We're aiming for 2 sets, 30 reps. That will condition your forearms muscles and the hand muscles. Hands muscles are the biggest priority here because we need to learn how to keep the finger muscles tense in order to have rigid fingers. You can even bridge them while doing this exercise. Because if there is no rigidity in the fingers, while you're generating the press with the forearms muscles and the fingers are flimsy, there will be no press. The body will not move anywhere, you will be just doing this press. And that will feel absolutely awkward. You're kind of pressing with the forearms, but nothing happens because the muscles of the fingers, by virtue of not being tense, will not transfer the exertion of the muscles in the forearms, will not produce this nice pull. Fingers rigid, forearms pressing, we're good to go back. So this is the first drill. You do this 2 sets, 30 reps. The second drill of the kind is very similar, but this time we're trying to find the balance between pressing too much and pressing not enough. What it means, you go into the plank position, and again, elbows locked, shoulder pressed. You keep walking, keep sliding, preferably on the slippery floor, forward, and once you're a tiny bit forward, you stop by pressing the fingers into the floor, but you keep walking. And you hold this position, constantly trying to collapse the body, but constantly preventing it by pushing the fingers into the floor. And you stay like this for 60 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and done. So here we're trying to gain the understanding how hard we should engage the fingers. If you engage the fingers too hard, then you will be pushing the body back no matter what. If you're engaging the fingers and the forearm muscles not enough, then the body will collapse forward. Thereby, we need to learn how to create the balance operating by these 2 muscle groups. And the balance is the essential part of the handstands. You can focus on those drills for 2-5 days. Again, don't do any other drills, just focus on these drills, and we will go from there. I hope by this point you gain more confidence with your forearm presses and you feel great. So now we're going to go back to the wall and do similar presses, but this time we're going to press the body off the wall exclusively with the fingers, just like you did here. Looks like this. Take the familiar position, go up, elbows locked, press the shoulders on the wall, and now you start pressing with the fingers just like you did during the previous drill. Fingers, shoulders facilitating a little bit, 1, and return. Fingers, shoulders, tiny bit. Fingers, shoulders, keeping the feet on the wall at all time. Do not care about chest in and all those things. Just make sure that the elbows are locked, shoulders pressed out, fingers are engaged. As you go back on the wall, you're not just collapsing on the wall, you're keeping the finger muscles rigid so that you go on the wall through the resistance of the fingers and back. You can try 2 sets, 20 reps, finalized by 30-second hold or 60-second hold at the end. 1, 2, 3, and down. No rush to stand up. Now it's becoming a little bit more difficult and more demanding on your body. Take your time to recover. Again, you can do 2-3 sets of this, 15-20 presses, each finalized by 30-60-second hold. Focus on this exercise for the next 2-3 days, and we will continue. Next one. You've become familiar with the finger press, you're comfortable with the shoulders, with shoulders pressed out and elbows blocked. Now it's time to taste the real handstands. Let's take the same position. Again, back to the wall. Up, elbows locked, shoulders, fingers pressed, shoulders pressed. Now you're looking between the hands. Try not to look here, look between the hands. And from here, while still keeping the feet on the floor, on the wall, relax the leg and move the leg off the wall. 1, that's it. 2, that's it. Not losing the focus from the elbows locked, pressed, fingers holding. 3, 4, 5, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, and done. You can try 2 sets of this exercise, 20 reps for each leg. If you feel that your legs cannot move separately from the torso, typically it's the case. Typically when we move the leg forward, we tend to crunch, and move the leg back, we tend to arch. Then you can do that body awareness exercise when you're in the plank. With those three conditions met, elbows locked, fingers engaged, shoulders pressed out, looking straight ahead, and you're just moving the leg up and down without disturbing the torso. Relax the leg, no need to point the fingers, nothing. Relax the butt, no need to squeeze the glutes, and just get the sensation of the leg moving only around the hip without breaking your line of the spine. So the spine should not facilitate the movement of this kind. So leg moves around the hip back. And the second part, the same idea, but this time elbows locked, fingers pressing, shoulders pressed out. You just slide in the foot, keeping the knees loose, forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, it should not affect your spinal alignment. Stay relaxed. Leg is completely relaxed. No need to press down. 1 and 2. Now you can do in this 1, 2. Relax. Take the body weight on the shoulders. Relax. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and done. So you can do 2 sets of this, 30 seconds each. Have fun with this, and you will notice that the legs in that position will start moving separately from the torso without affecting your body position, the rest of the body, which will make it extremely easier for the shoulders and the hands to maintain the balanced position. At this point, you've become stronger with the shoulders, with the forearms, more aware of your body, how to move the legs up and down without disturbing the torso. Now we're going to try to do the same drill against the wall, taking the leg off the wall and joined by the second leg for a second or even 2. Let's see.
Let's go up. Elbows locked, fingers, shoulder pressed, tiny bit off the wall. Keep the feet on the wall. One leg moves away from the wall separately from the torso. 1. Find the position when that leg does not drag you down into the fall. Just tiny bit here. 1. And do the same to the second leg for a short second. 1. Return. 1. Return. Look between the hands. 1. Return. 1. Return. Once the second foot is ready to leave the floor, you pay more attention to the fingers. Second foot off the floor, fingers pressing a bit more. 1 and return. Fingers pressing 2, fingers pressing 3, fingers pressing 4. If the fingers pressing not doing the adequate job, then the second leg, which is still maintaining some portion of the body weight on it, when it goes off the floor, off the wall, you will have this 1 collapse.
That means that the fingers did not engage enough in order to prevent your body from the fall. So you need more fingers. Thank you, Masha. Thank you for this noise. You need to engage more fingers in order to stay on the wall while bringing the second foot off the wall. Now we're talking about some real handstands, real balance. Try to do that 20 reps. You can alternate the legs. You can have fun with this before we continue with the next drill. Next drill is related to the previous one. This time we're going to do exactly the same, but we're going to try to hold the feet together up to 5 seconds each rep. Decrease the amount of reps you do, maybe 5, 10, but try to achieve 5 seconds every time. If you feel uncomfortable or don't feel enough balance, feel like falling back, just return both feet on the wall, or even the entire body on the wall, and recover from that position. Try not to fall down, try not to panic. Take everything under control.
Let's do it. 1, on the wall, off, elbows locked, pressing, fingertips, pressing into the wall, leg off, and look between the hands, fingertips, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, return. You can alternate the feet, 1, 2, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, return. If you feel like collapsing like this, just recover in this way and continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, return. Done.
Try 2 sets, 5, 10 reps, 5 seconds each time. After that, you will feel much more confident with the handstand hold itself. but not yet ready for the fully fledged handstand in unsupportive environment with no walls. After you have played with the previous drill for a couple of days, maybe 3-5 days, and got more sense of the balance, more comfort with the finger press, shoulders and all the other elements, we can try entering the handstands position, still by the wall, by jumping into it. That's a tricky part. We typically tend to over jump. So first, let's do this drill to improve your understanding of the jump. We're going to go here, picture that the wall is here. No real handstand will be performed. We're not going to go vertical, not at all. We're just going to do this tiny drill. When you relax the leg and swing it up, 1, and by virtue of creating the momentum, you're taking the second leg off the floor, just tiny bit, not into the handstand. Try not to think, okay, I'm going against the wall. No, you're not going against the wall. You're just trying to get a sense of the momentum created by the first leg, and that momentum will create enough force to give the second leg a lift. And of course, you're trying to stabilize your shoulders with the fingers, with the elbows locked, shoulders pressed out. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Not jumping with the second leg, not doing this. Up, jump, second leg. That will feel extremely heavy and might wreck your knee here. So we don't want that. We just want the sensation of the swing. 1, relax the leg, relax the leg, relax, 1, relax, 1. That's it. Do this drill for 2-3 reps. Try to get 2-3 sets. Try to get 30 reps in each to improve your understanding of that swing. One more time. Swing of the leg creates the lifting force, not the jump. After a couple of days, you got the sensation of the swing creating the lift, you got the understanding, and you are ready to do the same against the wall. We're going to enter the handstand up against the wall using the same swing and using all those things we've learned: fingertips, elbows, press. Looks like this. You go here, create the light swing, 1 and straighten the second leg on the wall gently and down. Same. You can switch the legs, that's fine. Get used to it. It's actually a good sign. And 1, 2, and down. And again, 1, 2, and down. Now you're getting a better sense how to use the swing to enter the position of the handstand, still spotted by the wall. Once the legs are about to touch the wall, you're deploying all those other things: finger, elbows locked, press with the shoulders, and the finger press should try to slow down the swing, which is dying out on the way up, but still might be in full force. Up, 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 up. Fingers pressing, slowing down the leg, gentle touch. 1. Do not pound on the wall. Try not. For the first time, you might still be over jumping, over swinging. That's okay, but try to slow down the swing not by leg, but by the fingers. Jump, fingers pressing, slowing down the leg, gentle land. 1, support, press. That's it. 2 sets, 20 reps each, and move on. Almost done. Let's try to build on the previous successes. Same movement, same jump, swing, finger support. Once landed gently, feet together, get off the wall for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 5, back on the wall. Let's try. Here, swing on the wall, off the wall, fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down on the wall, down on the floor. And again, swing, 1, off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down on the wall. 2 sets, 10 reps, maybe 3 sets, 10 reps. A couple of days, keep practicing. Again, cannot emphasize more enough. Do not try to do anything extra. Do not try to push the chest in, torso toe. Just focus on the fingers pressing, elbows locked, shoulder pressing. Anyway, at this point, no need to squeeze the blades or whatever, not at this time. I want you to get the sensation of the swing generated just enough to die out when the leg becomes more or less vertical, and the fingers will take over from here, take over the balance. One on the wall and press back 5 seconds. It's very simple at this point, I hope, but let me know if it's not. Now we're going to do the same thing we did on the wall, but only without any walls around. It might be super scary for the first time, that's okay, take it easy, don't jump too hard. Build the jump gradually so that you can get more comfort and go from there. So let's try the same thing, only without the wall. 1, fingers, 2, 1, and if you're not getting it, that's fine, you can keep trying. It's better to build the kick gradually again rather than over kicking and potentially collapsing. At this point, we're not going to learn any bails from the handstands or etc. It's a bit too much. We will do that later. If you're too scared, you can get close to the wall and still have the comfort of the wall behind you, or you can ask somebody to spot you. 2 options. Or just brave up a little bit and try without. You fall, you will survive. You know, we all fell many times of the handstands before we learn how not to do that. So the one doesn't know how to stand up if they have never fallen, Russian expression, keep it in mind. Let's keep trying. And gentle, 1, fingers down, good. And again, 1, fingers down. Keep the legs relaxed. At some point you will start feeling, okay, if I just straighten the leg out, just kind of stretch the leg out away and up, that will make my entrance smoother and more stable. Compare this. If you kick strictly up, 1, it feels a bit tricky, rather than extend away, gentle, 1, 2, and down. So try to keep the leg relaxed, but extend it as you create the swing. 1, 2, legs relaxed, and down. So that leg extension will make the movement of the leg more semicircular, decreasing the amount of acute pushing you forward force, which is great. You will have more time to control and you will have much more confidence in the movement. On the way down, when you're exiting the handstands, try not to collapse after your success, otherwise you might hurt your knees. 1, stay there, don't do this. That might be detrimental for your knees, so don't, please. Rather than up, hold the handstands, fingers, spine neutral, and go down, and collapse from here. 1. That is much gentler on the knees and safer. Try this 2-3 sets, 20-25 reps next to the wall with the support, and eventually try to hold it for 5-10 seconds. 1, hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Fantastic, you just got your handstands. Just make sure that you can enter and hold the handstands for 30, better 60 seconds. And here we go. This is your first unperfect handstands. From this point, once you can hold this unperfect handstand for 60 seconds, you have all strength in the world, all confidence, all body awareness in the world to start making that handstand a bit better. Tucking the rib cage in, opening the shoulders more, pointing the toes, trying to keep the rigidity in the legs so that you can continue with handstands, legs apart, press to handstands, and all other skills. But before, just learn these handstands, and it will take you no time to improve on this, rather than trying to learn a very perfect, fantastically Instagram approved handstand. Trust me, it will take you 2-3 weeks following this tutorial. You will get this handstand and you go and improve it, make it picture perfect. If something is not working, please contact me, ask me for advice, drop a comment, or even better, subscribe. It will be great support from you guys. I will greatly appreciate it. It will encourage me to keep making videos for you to help you with your fitness journey. Anyway, share, I apologize for a long video, but more information is better than less information in my humble opinion, but you let me know in the comments. And I will see you next time in my next video next week. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, everyone. Cheers.